Tree Beyond Babylon, Part II, Straight Facts. By Zion Drew. Chapter 1, Roots in the Concrete. They said nothing grows through concrete. But I seen weeds split the sidewalk clean in half. And that's me, Zion Drew, the tree that refused to die. I don't bloom in gardens, I rise in alleys. Between liquor stores and pawn shops, where dreams get traded for rent receipts. A man without soil is a seed without memory. That's why so many lost, they forgot the dirt they came from. The system dressed us in paper and plastic, told us we human capital instead of human soul. But God ain't built us for credit scores. He built us for creation, for trade, for tribe. Look around, Babylon got neon lights, but no warmth. Rent higher than heaven's gates. Food priced like sin tax. Families folded, cause the hustle became survival. Yet the birds still get nests for free. Makes you wonder whose law this really is. I seen brothers starve while Wall Street throws feasts. I seen mothers pick motel rooms over meals. And I ask the sky, Lord, where the mercy at? And he whisper back, the mercy's still in you. So I talk, I teach, I feed, cause silence don't grow fruit. Chapter 2, The Law of the Roots. Man's law multiplies, God's law simplifies. 10 commandments hold the world steady. 10,000 statutes keep it spinning in confusion. They tax the breath, license the gift, patent the seed. But truth don't need paperwork, it just needs soil. The first law is love, the second is labor. Love is the seed, labor is the watering. Everything else, Babylon added to keep you paying rent on your own soul. They call it order, but it's really a cage with Wi-Fi. Ain't no peace where profit is God. Ain't no justice when mercy got a price tag. If you got a sign, your name in blood and credit to live, you already half dead. God's law said feed the hungry, shelter the traveler, forgive the debtor. Babylon flipped it, charge the hungry, fine the traveler, compound the debtor. That's why the earth groans under our feet. But remember this proverb. The root never asks permission to grow, it just finds water. That's how we rise, quiet, steady, beneath their laws. That's divine rebellion, growth. Chapter 3, Babylon Currency. Money used to serve men, now men serve money. They call it the market, but it's really the temple of gold. Every click, every view, every like is a prayer to the new idol. They say in God we trust, but which God signs the checks? Paper God, digital God, or the one that breathed dust into life? Inflation's the smoke they blow to hide the theft. They print what they please, then tell you work harder. Credit's the chain that glitters. You think you free, cause you swipe. But the screen is just a cage with colors. They sell dreams through pixels, while real farmers lose fields. They raise influencers, not builders. And we watch, hungry, thinking maybe a sponsorship'll save us. But there's no salvation in an algorithm. Here's the street proverb. If you can't eat it, trade it, or heal with it. It's not wealth, it's illusion. So we build different. We remember exchange before currency. That's where FeedCoin came from, the idea that value should feed. Chapter 4, The Hunger Games of America. They got folks lined up at drive-thrus like communion lines, passing out burgers instead of blessings. Fruits cost more than fries, and water costs more than soda. Tell me that ain't sorcery in a grocery aisle. You can rent a bed by the night, but not a roof by the heart. Motel keys turn faster than miracles. Families juggling weekly rates that could have bought land. If the law wasn't locked behind credit walls. Babylon sells poverty like entertainment. Reality shows of pain, while real people fade off camera. They call it the American dream. But it's a dream they own the rights to. They lease it to you for 30 years and repossess it with interest. A hungry child learns math before words, counting how many days until payday. How many noodles left in the bag? That's not God's design, that's man's machinery. So I say this: grow something, even in the crack. A pot, a porch, a patch of dirt, feed your spirit first. The land still remembers you, even if Babylon don't. Chapter 5, The Feed Coin Revelation. Feed coin wasn't born in a boardroom. It rose out the hunger. It came from watching grandmas stretch beans into blessing. From seeing workers trade sweat for crumbs. Feed coin ain't about crypto hype. It's a code of honor. Every exchange should nourish somebody. If money don't multiply mercy, it's counterfeit. We said, let the coin be the seed. Each transaction, a root stretching through the people. A market where you can buy bread and build dignity. A network not of greed, but gratitude. They laughed like they laughed at Noah. But the flood came then, and the hunger's coming now. FeedCoin is the ark we build from within. Digital soil with living purpose. Remember this proverb: bread shared is bread blessed. That's the real algorithm of heaven. Chapter 6, Law of Energy and Exchange. Everything you give moves. Every word, every dollar, every gesture. It spins back. Energy don't vanish, it transfers. Babylon hoards, but the Nazarite circulates. That's the difference between empire and kingdom. When you teach a skill, you mint a new coin. When you feed a neighbor, you mine eternal credit. When you forgive, you clear the debt ledger of your soul. They taught us to chase likes. God taught us to light lives. You can't download compassion, but you can upload peace through what you do daily. Here's another proverb. Hold nothing you can't share. Own nothing that owns you. The true currency is character, and the exchange rate in heaven never drops. Chapter 7, Return of the Nazarite. Now hear me clear. I ain't preaching escape, I'm planting return. The tree never ran from Babylon. It grew through it, roots wrapping around the very stones that tried to crush it. We are that tree. Our hair carries dust of prophets. Our hands carry blueprints of tomorrow. We ain't waiting for saviors. We remembering we already were one another's salvation. Build your tribe. Trade truth, not gossip. Teach the young how to make, not just take. Break bread before you break faith. Because when the tree remembers its roots, Babylon forgets its power. So I speak this closing verse. The soil is calling. The people are seeds. The wind is the word of God. And the harvest is near. Feed one another. Free one another. Be the economy of mercy. For the tree beyond Babylon still stands, alive, unbent, leaves wide open toward heaven.